Sam, just looking ahead to the game against Solihull Moors this weekend, we come off a really good result, a battling performance against Forest Green. How important is it that we back that up this weekend?
Yeah, the boys are in a really good place at the moment. I think the Forest Green performance probably epitomised what this group are about. Not only able to play and show our style and identity, but also dig in. And I think we've been really good at that over the last month. I think the momentum that we've built, I think we're in a good run of form. I think it's 1 loss in 10. So yeah, we've got a bit of form behind us, and that performance was really pleasing. Also, midweek against West Brom in the National League Cup, I thought some of those boys that hadn't played for a while and got minutes, and those that are pushing to try and get shirts and starting positions, I thought they applied themselves really well, and it was a really pleasing performance also. So like we say, Solihull are also in a good run of form. I think Chris has done a fantastic job with them, stabilising the club and putting them in a position where they're looking up the table rather than looking down. And we know it's going to be a real challenging game, but it's really important that we apply ourselves the way we have been and keep this rich run of form going. And especially with the cup game next week, it's really important that we try and get something on the board going into that.
How would you expect that they might threaten us, and what can we do to sort of nullify their threats?
Yeah, so we know they've got some really good attacking players, really fluid in the final thirds, and yeah, we've looked at them thoroughly, and we've done some analysis today with Liam Badcock and gone out on the grass just now and done some tactical, just trying to go through some of their threats and also where we maybe can try and exploit them. And so yeah, we know that they've got good attacking players, and without doubt their rich run of form is a lot down because of that. So yeah, no, it's going to be a good game, a real challenge, and hopefully if the boys apply themselves the way they did in training, the way they have been over the last couple of weeks and months, then we're in for a good game. Just
looking at the month as a whole, we've only got the one league game at the Vale until Christmas. Just how much of a test could December be for us? Yeah,
we said that, and we knew that at the start of the month, that November and December were going to be a real challenge. And we've got some really tough games coming up, and it's been no different to what we've had to deal with the last couple of weeks. Obviously the travelling does pay its toll, but the boys are more than equipped, and it's really important that we try and keep as many bodies fit as possible, try and eliminate suspensions and bookings, and try and have as many bodies available to us as possible, because everybody's going to be required, and we have to be really thorough and decisive and in our decisions and who we play in what games, and every game requires a different personnel. So yeah, no, I think we'll pick teams accordingly for each game, but it's really important that we utilise the whole squad during this period. But it's a challenge that we're looking forward to. This is a National League. It's a really difficult and tough division, but the boys they're answering the questions at the moment. They've just got to keep going and keep this fine run of form going.
Enzio Boldwine, he's one of the players who's played maybe the most minutes outfield, despite being the oldest. Just how much of an example is he to younger players?
Yeah, Enzio's great. He's a real testament to his professionalism, and a real role model and example for a lot of the younger players in that dressing room to look up to. He's a leader, and that's why he was made one of my assistant captains. But he's brilliant around the group. He's like the big uncle that at times he will make sure that the group are in line if attitudes aren't right or training's not being applied to its max. And at Premium, Enzio will be one of the first to make sure something is said, and he's a leader, and we need people like that in our dressing room, and he's been key to a lot of the good things that we've done this season. And it's really important that players like himself, that we keep him as fit as possible, and because he's going to be so key for us going forward and for the rest of the season. So yeah, Enzio's been great, been top.
Yeah, and just lastly, we've had 1 or 2 additions in recent weeks. Do you expect any further ins or outs?
Ins or outs at the moment. Listen, we're in a place where we're trying to get those bodies back that have been injured. Anthony Giorgio is on the return from a bit of tendinitis. Obviously, we've been managing Cookie really well, and medical team deserve huge credit for that. He got through 90 minutes last week against Forest Green, so great to have him back. Mason Barrett's now back full training. Terrell Agyman, we're looking to hopefully keep him a little bit longer. So yeah, no, it's been positives in the returns. Max Kretschmar's obviously on his way back and he's rehabbing. So yeah, in terms of ins and outs, I think the squad that we've got at the moment we're pretty happy with, and we're working with what we've got, and we're utilising every piece of resource that we've been given. But like I say, the boys are pushing each other every day in training, and that's the most important thing. And not only that, the boys that are in the physio room, they're pushing really hard to get back in the gym with their programs that Josh, Luke and Georgie are setting them. So I think that's the environment we have to create and try and get as many back as possible. And like I say, everybody pushing for starting positions, and it can only create a competitive environment which will recreate outcomes on a Saturday which can only be positive. So yeah, all good.
Thanks for your time,
Cheers,
Sam.
mate.